Who's this?
Brutus.
Brutus. Lily is painting with quick sticks. These things are awesome. I think I have them linked in my Amazon store. But we recently got the thin ones because we already had these like glue stick ones. But the thin one, it makes it easier to draw a picture. So she's drawing or painting, whatever you want to call it. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor. Today we are sharing a day in the life. As you just saw, I'm starting to make breakfast. I'm still working on that. I got our hash browns in the oven, but I'm gonna make us some omelets to go with it. It's just a rainy, gloomy day here in Georgia. It's high is only gonna be like 74 today, so it's a perfect day to make chili. So right after we have breakfast, I'm gonna get started on that, and I'm gonna share the recipe with y'all because I haven't shared my chili recipe like step by step in quite a while. There's a video on my channel, but it's really old, so I'm gonna share that with y'all today. It's mostly probably just gonna be a lazy day, playing video games, hanging around the house. My husband Andy is off-ish today. He has to go to work at like 1 for a little bit, but it's not like a normal day. No, we're not doing school today. Today is like a weekend day basically for us. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up making our omelets. I've got some ham that I cut up and some tomato. And then we'll do some cheese, so ham, cheese, and tomato, except for Elijah. Elijah will not do any tomato in his omelet. But yeah, I'm gonna work on that. We're gonna eat breakfast, and then I will be back to show you our chili recipe. Okay, it is time to get started on chili. I think I pulled everything out that I need. I got my crock pot, a pan to cook my meat in. I got my seasonings all measured out. The recipe will be listed out down below for you guys. I do have it also pinned on Pinterest and a whole recipe video, as I said, but I have changed this slightly over the years because we've been making this for, I don't know, like at least 10 years now. It was before we had kids. Andy like mashed up a bunch of different chili recipes and added stuff and tasted it, and like as he added stuff he like wrote it down, and we ended up with this chili recipe. So all of the information for it will be linked down below. I am going to start off by cooking up 2 pounds of ground beef over there in my skillet with this little bit of seasoning that I measured out. And this is 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne. So I'm going to get that browned up, and then I will drain off any grease once it is done. And while that cooks, I'm going to get started on opening up all of these cans and draining and rinsing my beans. Okay, my beef is still browning up. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding everything else to my crock pot. So I'm gonna do 2 cans of tomato sauce, or you could do one like big 29-ounce can. But I just, most of the time, just do these smaller ones because I already have them on hand in the pantry. And then you're gonna wanna do 3 cans of diced tomatoes. I would prefer them to be chili seasoned diced tomatoes, but I can't always find those, so these are just regular old diced tomatoes, and we're going to do 3 cans of those. And then I've got our beans that we drained and rinsed. This is 1 can of pinto beans, 1 can of dark red kidney beans, and then usually I do 1 can of light red kidney beans, but instead these are some red beans. So just use what we've got. If you can't find the light red kidney beans, most of the time I'll just use 2 cans of dark red, but Aldi had these, what did I say they were? Just red beans. Aldi had these red beans, so I decided to use those instead. So we've got that in there. Now for our seasonings. So in this container I have 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 3/4 of a tablespoon of garlic, 1/4 teaspoon or 1/4 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of no, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. So I'm going to add that in there. And as I said before, all of these will be listed down below, so you can just like copy it and print it, whatever you want to do. And then something new that I've started adding is some minced garlic as well. That's about 4 cloves of minced garlic. And last night I went ahead and chopped up my peppers and onions. So in here I have 1 yellow onion diced, 1 green pepper diced, and 2 jalapenos diced. My jalapenos were like on the end of their life, so they were kind of red, so that's what that red is in there. Those were actually the jalapenos. And I did remove all the seeds from all of those, so it won't be too spicy because of the peppers. And something that I've changed with this recipe is I used to always cook the onions and the peppers with the ground beef to soften them, but I've realized it doesn't really matter if you're cooking it on like low all day in the crock pot. They're gonna get soft and those flavors are gonna blend in with everything. So I find that you don't need to cook it with the ground beef, but if you want to, you can. I've just been skipping that step because it takes less time to cook the meat by itself than it does with the peppers and onions. And that's pretty much it. Once the meat is done, we'll add that in here and then add in some water. We'll see how much we need. And then also these dried chili peppers, which you can always find or usually find in like the Hispanic section in your grocery store or at a Mexican grocery store. So I will throw those in there on top once everything is in. Okay, as you saw, I removed most of the grease from here with the paper towel trick. Hopefully you can hear me over this sizzling. But now I'm going to add in this 1 can of tomato paste and just let that simmer for like 3 to 5 minutes. And then we will add this to the crock pot. Okay, I got my beef in here, and now is the time to add some water. Usually this comes all the way to the top. This is a 7-quart crock pot, and it takes up the whole thing. So if you're planning on making this and you don't have a 7-quart crock pot, you could do it on the stove and just let it cook low and slow all day in a big pot, or you could like half the recipe. I am going to add 1 14.5-ounce can of water, and then it should be looking right. Yeah, that's looking like maybe a little bit more. I might add another half. No, I'm not gonna do that because it's probably gonna cook off some water too. So yeah, this is looking good, looking like the right consistency. Yep. So really, I'm just gonna cook this on low all day. Like 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours on low, and you could cook it on high if you want to. But chili's really good. The longer it cooks, it's even better. Like the next day, once it like all sits and marries together. So the last thing to add are these red chili peppers I was talking about. They're just chili pods, and I just stick them in there. And then these will be removed at the end. Just cover them up. And then at the end, we'll take them out. So, chili is done. I've been doing a pretty good job at keeping everything clean while I cook this, but I do need to do the dishes. So that's what I'm going to work on next. What you doing?
I'm making this hotel.
You're making a hotel?
Well, this hotel thing was already here.
Oh, the one that you were working on
Yeah.
a long time ago. With iron bars.
Yes, for blazes.
For blazes. What are you doing?
I would like to have soul speed because when I get my nether war, I can just go speed, not so slow.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna speedrun Mario for a little bit, and then I have to go to the store to do conference call.
Yes. He stole my chair.
I did.
Rex is hiding in the pillows. Are you mad? Are you mad that it's raining so you can't go outside?
Yes, I am now.
You look mad. Alright, it's like 1:30 and for lunch we are having calzones. These I made last night for dinner and I just heated up the leftovers in the oven. I almost said onion. Why did I almost say onion? I don't know. But I just heated these up in the oven. Andy is taking one with some extra marinara to dip with him to work so he can eat that while he takes his conference call. I cut up some lettuce and some veggies for me and the kids. So we're gonna have leftover calzones and this for lunch. Look what I got. My new air fryer is finally here. I've been waiting for a new air fryer for, I don't know, 2.5, 3 weeks now, I feel like. This one died on me randomly. It just like started not getting power, and I think it's something to do with this function knob, because like when you would switch between the functions, like the power light would come on for just a second, but like the power like wouldn't stay on when I would like move it to the next function. It would just like flicker on for a second. So I don't know what's going on with it. If you have this same air fryer, the Cuisinart, what is it, TOA 60 series, it does have a 3-year manufacturer warranty, so keep that in mind if you have any problems with it. They're having me send this one back to them so they can like figure out what went wrong with it, but they sent me my new one first, and then I'm just going to send this one back in the box that they sent this one in. And this one is the same, just a different color. So it's got black knobs and like the black outer. This is their black model, black and stainless steel, instead of all just pretty much stainless steel. So they were out of this one, like out of stock. So they sent me this one and they asked me if this one was okay. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. It matches better with my microwave, I think. But yeah, super excited to have an air fryer again, because like as you saw this morning, I had to make hash browns in the oven. I use our toaster oven air fryer combo basically every day to make toast. So not having one for 3 weeks was really a bummer. So excited to have another one of these. And I still highly recommend this air fryer. I love it. It works great. And Cuisinart's customer service is awesome, so that is a plus. But yeah, so happy to have another air fryer. Andy is back home from work, his conference call. We've just been playing video games. Kids wanted a snack, so Elijah has an apple, Lily has a nectarine, and then they also have some peanut butter and pretzels, and I also have a nectarine. These things are really good. Rex thinks he's gonna get something, but he's not gonna get any of this. Okay, it is just after 6 o'clock. Our chili is over here bubbling away. I am going to remove those red chili pods when I find them. And then I'm gonna shred up some cheddar cheese. And this is ready to eat. Dinner is ready, yeah. So, shred up some cheddar cheese, have some chili with some cheese and crackers, and then we'll have plenty of leftover chili too. Some of this will end up going in the freezer. We'll use some for chili nachos, but yeah, we'll have a ton of chili left over in the freezer. That's why we make like such a big batch, so that we can have a ton of leftovers and freeze them, because then you can just pull out a batch and have chili spaghetti or chili baked potatoes, chili nachos. What else do we make with chili? Chili mac and cheese.
Chili dog.
chili dogs.
Most important is the chili spaghetti, though.
Most important to Andy is the chili spaghetti. So yeah, this is really easy. Just let it cook all day. And then you've got a big old pot of chili. It's
I
time.
wanna cook what?
Time to go to bed. Get ready for bed. Yep.
Has it been
Time
5
for snack.
minutes?
It's been well over 5 more minutes. It's almost 9. What time does that clock say?
9:53.
No, it says 8:53. What does it say?
8:50.
8:54. Yeah. And you usually get ready for bed at 8:45. So it's time to go. Time to go.
It didn't feel like very.
All right. Well, it's time.
You didn't race 8 races.
I did. Yeah. I was playing Mario Kart, and I told them when I was done it was time for bed, and they got a little bit extra time.
8 races.
But come on, we're gonna go eat cookie cake. Cookie cake.
Is that room clean enough?
It's fine. So we have cookie cake from Great American Cookie. And people at Andy's work bought it for him because he's moving to a new store. So they bought him a cookie cake to wish him good luck at his new store. So we get that for dessert. It's good. It's delicious. Right?
Yes, it's so yummy.
So yummy. So they're going to have that. Brush teeth. Read a story. And then go to bed. It's time for little boys and girls to go to bed.
I wake up from the sunshine on my face, so dehydrated, don't know what to say. Who's sleeping by my side? What did I do last night? Can someone make this headache go away? Yesterday was supposed to be quiet, being to myself and sit in silence, until I got a call. My friend showed up at my door. They wanted me to go out for a while. We were dancing in the dark with a feeling in our eyes. Felt like we had it all. We were dancing in the dark. We were dancing in the dark. Wow, oh, 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 oh. Every morning after feels the same. I know I only have myself to blame for drinking way too much. I guess I got caught up. Can someone make this headache go away? We were dancing in the dark with a feeling in.
Where are you hiding in the dark? Why are you hiding in the dark? You are hiding in the dark. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning and I forgot to end the vlog, and he said, did you say goodnight to the vlog? And I was like, no. So I pulled out the camera. We are packing up his lunch for tomorrow and just cleaning up real quick. We watched the first episode of Squid Game on Netflix and now we are going to bed. So I just wanted to end this and say thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.